Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel Bubbie Pins, where I try and take any of the thoughts, inspirations, experiences from my life and pin them into yours. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. If not, just scroll on, different strokes for different folks. Okay, today's YouTube video is about mommy camp. So what is mommy camp? When I used to have 4 kids living in my house under the age of 5, I had 5-year-old, 4-year-old, 3-year-old, and a 1-year-old. And of course, as they grew up, they were older and older and older. So what I did for many years was I had mommy day camp. And I used my last name, whatever your last name is. It could be whatever, Eisenberg camp. It doesn't matter. Whatever your last name is, or mommy camp. So here's how mommy camp went. In the morning, we would all get together. We would have breakfast together, and we would go over the itinerary of the day. So they knew what we were doing all day long, and I would discuss this with them as if they were my bunk and I was the counselor. So the first thing we do is after breakfast, everybody gets dressed and we're all ready for our morning nature adventure. And I would take them out to the local river, the local lake, and the park, and we would do something for an hour. I remember one time when they were so little, we were in this little creek and we were fishing for guppies with our little nets, and I made pretend, oh, I'm stuck in the middle, everybody's got to help me, and it was a big adventure. In their minds, I was really stuck in the river, and they were, as teamwork, you hold this hand, and an adventure out in nature. And then you come back, have a snack, and after the snack you go in and we have now the learning time. Pre-arranged people to come in and work with the different children in math and in reading. And this is extremely important to keep their brains going. So you have a math master and a reading buddy who comes in, and they're switching 2-on-2. You can do it, or 1-on-1, or however many children, and you can afford the private tutors. And I use just high school kids. They're the cheapest and they're the most fun for the kids to relate to when they're working 1-on-1 there. And then after that, we do a craft, and the craft could be anything. And changes from arts and crafts to woodworking to working with a oh, what's it called, one of those a knife, I forget what it's called, penknife, that's it, where you open it up and you're whittling. Or we took alphabet soup and we would find little twigs and we would sand them down and then glue the alphabet so they had their name on it with super glue, and then put a super glue pin on the back. You can find different art projects all over the place. If you want some more examples, you can ask me, and my daughter Jamie, who is the artist, will feel free to answer those with. Anyway, after you can do any type of art, sewing, any club that you're good at, any skill that you're good at, teach them life hacks that they need to know that are fun to do. And then after that, we have lunch where we all make it together, making the sandwiches together, maybe making little faces in the sandwiches, peanut butter and jelly. You see the face, and then they get to put it together. Eggs in a basket where you put a soft-boiled egg and some toast with butter and then put it in. The kids, things that they love for lunch. After lunch, rest hour. When they're resting, that's when you're reading them a book or singing them a song. Or I like to take out my guitar at that point and sing to them while they're all just resting. After rest hour, then we get dressed in our bathing suits and we're going out to the pool. Now, if you belong to a pool, fantastic. If there's a pool in your area, go to it. If not, a little pool out front is fun when mom is joining in as the camp counselor. And if not, go for the hose, go for water games, have a water fight, but wet activities in the summer. And then we cool down after this. And if you can get swimming lessons in there with a swim instructor, private swim instructor, you might find that that have to come in the mornings, because a lot of pools will open up in the morning and the lifeguards will give private pool and swim instructions. And I did that for my children. It's a big gift to teach them how to swim. And then we come back and we get into our clothes for evening activity. And evening activity, they already know in the morning, because we discussed it at breakfast, what it's going to be for the day. And evening activity is one of the fun things that they always look forward to. So now we have dinner and we clean up together and we discuss at dinner the highs and the lows. We go around the table, what was your high, what was your low? And that can, it can get into a discussion, and it doesn't have to. And nobody has to share their high or their low. But it's just a way of opening up, and it turned out to be something that my kids like to do. And then afterwards we clean up together as a family and get ready to the transition of the evening activity. Some examples for evening activity is you can get white hoodies and have a flashlights and flashlight tag at night. That's always fun. You could have a bonfire and tell stories around the bonfire. You could have storytelling in your home where everybody just has their flashlights and you begin the story and then you pass the story. You could have a masquerade pajama party where their friends come in costumes, and now you're having a masquerade party and everybody has different party games that they can contribute and bring. If you want a list of party games, just comment down below and I'll give you a list of party games. I used to do that for a living. Anyway, it's so much fun to have mommy camp. It creates memories with these kids that's going to last a lifetime, and it will bond you in a way that you're not just the person who's exhausted all the time trying to raise the kids. You're the one who's having fun with them. And it's a beautiful thing. Oh, I also recommend putting a jar that they know about at night that is aside for the ice cream truck, right? So when the ice cream truck comes around, they can go to this jar and they can take for the ice cream truck if you say so, and it's only once a day. Sometimes that ice cream truck comes 3 times a day. Sometimes kids at the pool are always going for ice cream once a day or once every other day, whatever you set aside. And always pack snacks and water when you go to the pool and on your hikes, because kids do get hungry quickly. That's your Bubbie pin for today. Hope it was useful. Any questions or comments, please feel free to put them down below and share this with your friends. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.